The Los Angeles Chargers had 3 picks in the 4th round in this year's draft, and they decided to draft an absolute beast with their 2nd pick in that round, drafting offensive tackle Travis Burke. Now, this guy went to Memphis. He's from Hollywood, Florida. He's a senior, and he's an absolute monster. Now, we're going to get into this. Now, before we do, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps grow the channel, and I appreciate you guys so much for that. Now, as I said, the Chargers did have a lot of picks. They only started out the year with 5, but because of trade downs in the 2nd and 3rd round, they were able to pick up multiple 4th and multiple 6th-round picks, and it seems like they put them to good use. So he can actually swing left and right, which is very important. We all saw what happened last year with the injuries, not just our great bookend tackles Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt going down, also their backups going down, and we had to call people off the couch like Bobby Hart, and Justin Herbert was running for his life. We cannot have that happen again. So drafting guys like Slaughter, this guy here, and there's a couple other offensive linemen we drafted as well, plus we signed some decent depth. I really think that even though a lot of people are upset but not signing guys like Vera Tucker and some of these older veteran guards who wanted tens of millions or $15 million a year, and they had some injuries, I think this is a much smarter move. So he's 6'9", 325, 10-inch hands, 40 time was 5.1, his vert was 27, bench 24 reps. That's not that impressive, but then again, for a guy with 34-inch arms, does make it harder. But the only thing that's really concerning is that because he was playing in Memphis, the quality of defense that he faced wasn't the highest. However, he did overperform. So here's the quality of defense he played. Here's his pass blocking grade, 75%, and run blocking even better. Now, being a 4th-round tackle and the 33rd rated offensive lineman, it's not like he's going to come in there and be our next Joe Alt. But if we do have some injuries, or if the options at guard that we have don't work out, he's going to get an opportunity to compete. And with all these big tackles that we have, Trey Pipkins could play guard maybe. He's going to be in competition with Cole Strange for the right guard, but so this guy could be there too. I think Jake Slaughter is going to play the left guard. But there's lots of competition. All right, we're going to have 12, 13, maybe even up to 15 offensive linemen at training camp. So as Jim Harbaugh and Jim Harbaugh and GM Ortiz say, competitors welcome. They sure seem to mean it. Now, in terms of his future, I do think that he could be a starting tackle. Again, I would love to show you his highlight tape, but YouTube doesn't really let me due to copyright issues. I don't really want to do that. So if you want to, though, just go on YouTube, type in his name. He went to Memphis, and you can see his, how well he moves, how strong he is. He held off a lot of decent pass rushers. Again, the competition level wasn't as strong as you'd like, but this guy has a lot of room to grow. He's got a massive frame. He's athletic. I think it was a really good pickup. And I think that's why Joe Ortiz was so interested in moving back into that 4th round so many times, because he knew that players were falling. That a guy like Travis Burke was probably in their 3rd round on their board. So if the guys like that, he's falling to the 4th round, a guy like Brendan Thompson, Genesis Smith, if these guys are falling, why not trade back and get more picks and get more of these guys you like? So I like the strategy. I thought the Chargers did a really nice job with their draft. You never know until we see them on the field, but looks like we did a good job once again. And if we hit on 4 or 5 of these guys, like we've pretty much done every draft year so far, the Chargers are going to be a serious team to contend with this year. Considering they went 11-6 last year with all the injuries, this could be a very, very nice season, and maybe for the first time since 2009, we can win our division. But either way, let me know what you guys think. I really appreciate you leaving your comments. I really do enjoy engaging with you guys. That's going to be it for this one, and I'll be back shortly with a new one.